So you want to own an esports team. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes on day one. They think the goal is to buy the best players money can find and start winning immediately. That's not how this business works. Esports economics runs on the same logic as traditional sports. You don't buy superstars. You buy potential superstars before anyone else notices them, because a player who's already famous already has a famous price tag attached. So here's what the first move actually looks like. Say you're building a Valorant roster. You're not shopping the top of the leaderboard. You're scouting high-ranked ladder players, standouts from small regional tournaments, players who built a following in the community, young players with mechanical skill way above their age group. You end up with 5 players, 17 to 19 years old. Nobody's heard of them. None of them have a real following yet. But their raw skill is already sitting well above average. That gap between what they're worth right now and what they're capable of becoming is the entire business. Now let's talk about what that first year actually costs. 5 players at $1,000 a month each is $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year. One coach at $3,000 a month is another $36,000 a year. An analyst and a manager together run another $3,000 a month, another $36,000 a year. Equipment, internet, and a bootcamp facility runs about $20,000 a year. Tournament travel adds another $30,000. Add it up and you're at roughly $182,000 for year one. In practice, most serious small esports organizations are built somewhere between $150,000 and $250,000. So where does that money come from if you're not winning anything yet? Because in year one, you're not. You have no name and no results. The revenue in year one comes from 3 places. First, small sponsorships, gaming gear, keyboards, mice, gaming chairs, an internet provider, the kind of brands willing to bet on an unknown team. Maybe 5 small sponsors, $5,000 to $10,000 each, $25,000 to $50,000 total. Second, content, YouTube, TikTok, live streams, behind-the-scenes footage. At around 100,000 followers, that's roughly $1,000 to $5,000 a month. Third, tournament prize money. A few small wins, a few top placements across the year, $20,000 to $50,000. Put it together, and a realistic year one picture looks like this. Sponsorship, $40,000. Content, $20,000. Tournaments, $30,000. Total revenue, $90,000. Total cost, $182,000. That's a loss of $92,000. And that loss is completely normal. You're not running a profitable business yet. You're building an asset. Now here's where it turns. Somewhere in that first year, if you scouted well, one of your players starts to break out. Followers start climbing. Performance improves. The team starts actually winning. And the moment that happens, the entire value of your organization changes. Year 2 has 5 real revenue engines, and they're worth walking through one at a time. First, bigger sponsorship. In year 1, sponsors were buying logo space. In year 2, they're buying something completely different. Your audience, your exposure, your community. A serious primary sponsor deal now runs $300,000 to $1 million a year. Second, merchandise. Once fans are actually loyal, you sell jerseys, hoodies, mouse pads, collaboration drops. Say 10,000 fans buy an $80 jersey. That's $800,000 in revenue. And at a 40% margin, $320,000 in profit. Third, content revenue. Except now your players are creators in their own right. $5,000 a month from YouTube, $5,000 a month from streaming, $10,000 a month in brand deals, roughly $240,000 a year combined. Fourth, tournament prize money, which scales fast once performance improves, $100,000 to $500,000 a year, though this is still the bonus, not the core business. And fifth, the one people don't see coming, selling the player. Your players are assets, not just payroll. You signed an 18-year-old for $1,000 a month. 2 years later, he's one of the best players at his role, and a bigger organization offers a transfer fee, $300,000 to $1 million. This is exactly how football works. Small clubs find talent, develop it, and sell it upward to clubs with more money. Esports runs on the identical playbook. Put a realistic year 2 together, and it looks like this. Sponsorship, $700,000. Merchandise, $300,000. Content, $250,000. Tournament prize, $200,000. Player transfer, $500,000. Total revenue, $1.95 million. Costs, player salaries at $300,000, staff at $150,000, operations at $200,000, for a total of $650,000. That leaves a potential profit of $1.3 million. In 1 year, The same organization goes from a $92,000 loss to a $1.3 million profit. So what is this business actually? Strip away the specifics, and an esports organization makes money four ways. Sponsorship. Brands pay for access to your fans. Content. Your fans generate traffic. Merchandise. Your fans buy your identity. And player development. Cheap and proven talent turns into an expensive, provable asset. And here's why so many teams fail anyway. They obsess entirely over winning matches. But winning a match doesn't automatically make you money. The actual business is turning player skill into attention, and then turning that attention into revenue. Teams that only optimize for wins and ignore the attention to revenue pipeline stay broke even while they're winning. So here's the 2-year arc in full. Year 1. Find undervalued talent. Build a real community around them. Invest somewhere around $150,000 to $250,000 and expect to lose money. That's not failure. That's the cost of building the asset. Year 2. One of those players breaks out. Real sponsors show up. Merchandise starts moving, and your players themselves become high-value, sellable assets. And in the end, the esports organizations that actually make it aren't the ones with the best players. They're the ones that built something more valuable than that. A brand with a community that chooses to follow them anywhere.